me... Perfect, perfect. All right. Here, let me get... All right. So we're good. We got everything ready to rock and roll, I think. Um, I need another drink. I'll be right back. Found vitamin water when I was at Sam's this week. And I guess I picked it up at the right time, man. I was there Saturday, right before I started showing symptoms for the vid. And I've been crushing this stuff. Like, I've gone through almost the whole case. All right. Okay. Dude, you doing too much. We're gonna do it like that. We're gonna do all official like webcam games. I gotta figure out how to do this too. I gotta get all my stuff together. Two on top of one, three on the bottom. Dude, I forgot what I said already. Two on top of one, three on the bottom. All right. Well, you got damage counters, right? Do you want me to roll for you? All right. You rolling first, or am I rolling first? First roll is you. Looks like an 8. It's 2 4s. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. I rolled a 4, so your pick. You're on the play. I'm on the draw. All right. Hand adjustments, mulligans, whatever we're calling it. I'm putting back 4. Well, good news is I don't think you need it yet. I don't think you start with anything. Yeah, you got to get a real playmat, man. I'm ashamed over here beating up on the kid that has the paper mat. Dude, you beat this deck with your starters consistently, all right? But I didn't know what I was doing then, and I still don't. I think that's what you said. Is that post adjustment? I didn't see what you did already, to be honest. I have to say, I'm really happy I'm on the draw. This is one of those hands that having an extra card is definitely not going to make any worse, I guess, is the best way to put it. That's the 8/8 Maui. That's a big boy. I bet not. That's not terrible. All right. On me, draw for turn. Ooh. Not really what I want to see off the top, but we're not upset by it either. We're going to ink Flavor Sham, and we're going to use him to popsicle, draw a card, and we will end there. Seven cards in hand. I am always okay with that card going into the inkwell. Does it have an effect or? Okay. So you're just putting me on a 20 turn timer. As you know, I'm probably never interacting with a 6 health location. All right. Ready, set, draw. We are probably not ever interacting with a 6 health location, but what are we doing? Um, I think we're going to ink a fill. We're going to use an ink to fire the cannon, which says deal 2 damage to a character, and take out Captain Hook. And then with our other remaining ink, spin that to play a Robin Hood. He's a 1/1 I'm sorry, he's a 2/2 4/1 that quests for 1. And with that, we'll call turn on you. I love that Lilo, by the way. A 3 cost, 4/2, and quest for 2. Like, what more do you want? Like, that just feels like a good card. Wait, she's a 3 cost. What are you doing on turn 3 that's better than playing Lilo? Okay. Ready? Set, draw. Yeah, I can see him fine. Yeah, that's fun. Oh, we will ink Aurora, shiny Aurora, and then we'll pay 3 to drop Fishbone Quill, which we will then play to ink a card. You're generating lore. I am not. I want to quest. I am at 1 lore. And it's on you. Sure, sure. I'm sure everything is really kind of bad here. I mean, I'm seeing your playing field pretty well. I'm not seeing my playing field pretty much at all. Um, well, remember too, I'm streaming, so they see a small image of my play area. They see a large image of your play area, which is why I'm really trying to talk through my plays as much as I can too. Um, and talk through your plays, right? Because even with seeing your area well, there's like um, glares or whatever. I mean, it's not bad. Don't worry about it. But oh, I know Baboom. Baboom's a common one. 2 cost, inkable, and deals 2 damage. The only thing that I'm not sure about is if it's to a character and a location or just a character. Yes. So Baboom's a pretty good card and a pretty good removal card. So the fact that you're putting it in the inkwell has me a little concerned again about what you're playing. They trade. They trade. Yep. Okay. All right. Ready. Set. Draw. Peter Pan is what, a 3/3? 10/4. All right. We are going to Fishbone to ink a card. And then I'm going to pay 4 for Flavor Sham, blow up Popsicle, draw 2. We will ink a Fishbone Quill, use it to play a Popsicle to draw 1. Um, and yeah, that'll be turn. Uh, Flavor Champ? No, he's a 1/6. Yeah, Flavor Sham. I don't play him for board control. I play him for cycling my deck like crazy. Hold on, can you move a character more than once per turn? I think a character can only move locations once per turn. I could be wrong. I literally haven't read that since we started. I mean, if you're right, okay. So even Peter Pan's ruling is against it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's the limiting factor anyway. But otherwise, that would be broken. It's like every turn, I'm just going to generate however much ink I have in lore. Yeah. I thought you were just gonna bounce them around. Like I'm gonna move them. I'm gonna move them. I got 4 ink. I'm gonna move them 4 times. 4 lore. Ooh, that doesn't feel good. Unless your hand's just garbage. I mean, that's fair, I guess, but it also has to make you wonder, like, if you're just looking for something to ink, why didn't you just ink the ransack? That's why I don't like that card. Like, I looked at it when I was building my deck, right? Because I'm playing blue steel too, sapphire steel, and I looked at that because it said draw, and I like cards that say draw, but then it said discard too, and I'm like, ooh, that doesn't feel great. Like, what am I ever going to be looking for that I don't need? Out of curiosity, what did you discard, just so that we know? I couldn't. The way you're shaking it around, I think it said something about a hat. Okay, actually, I love that you discarded that. Perfect. Is that the one that gains lore when challenging? He a big boy. Okay. Oh, Simba's the one that gains lore when challenging, not Mufasa. Damn lions, they're interchangeable. All right, what you got, boss? You're not inking? Uh, I don't. I don't know. We normally play him face up until we end turn, so I don't think you've inked. Okay. Ready, set, draw on my side. First things first. Flavisham's gonna quest. We go up to 2. We blow up Popsicle while we quest, and we draw 2 cards. Good lord, I got options over here. All right, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ink in our inkwell currently. 6 ink currently. We're going to play Aurora. Or I'm sorry, we're going to ink Aurora, not play her. Ink her. You are on 6 lore. 10-4. All right, we're going to spend 7 ink. We're going to play Lucky Dime. Are you familiar with Lucky Dime? Lucky Dime is an item card that says I can exert the item and spend 2 ink, and I choose a character of mine and gain lore equal to its lore value. So it's essentially I pay 2 and use the item, and I quest with another one of my characters twice. Like I quest with them and I quest with Lucky Dime. But I bet you do. I bet you do. But the nice thing is like I can play a character next turn, and I can still Lucky Dime the character that I play next turn. Because even though that character can't quest, Lucky Dime can generate the lore for it. Um, but that will be turn for me. Actually, no, it's not. If you're okay with it, I got one thing. I want a fishbone. I'm just gonna fishbone if that's cool with you. I put 1 card into my inkwell, and now it's on you. I got 3 cards in hand. I gotta find my die that I was using for card count. There we go. I don't know if that's actually visible or not on the camera. I assume it's kind of fine. Does that die better? It's how many cards are in my hand. That way, like I don't have to like I don't know, my hands don't have to be up here. You're not seeing me add cards unnecessarily or anything. Like I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think. Like we are, yes, but remember, I'm streaming, so somebody might be watching. They might not be knowing. It could be 6 months down the road. I could be rewatching this video to go, "What the hell's happening?" You have 2 after you drew. See, that's why I don't like Ransack. You drew 2 cards and then you discard 2, so you had 1 card at the end of your turn. And you didn't ink. We're okay with him being in the Inkwell. Yes. That 10-4. Um, I might need to know what he does. Is he Challenger 1 or Challenger 2? So when he is challenging, he is a 4-5. Cool, cool. We're there. 4-5 when attacking. All right. On me, we got a lot of ink over here. Bear with us while we ready, set, and draw. No, you're good. I, I trust you. All right. Oh, where are we? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lore. 8 lore. Do you have anything on the board that I don't like? Honestly, not really. How many cards are in hand? You have no cards in hand, right? Well, I know you have chips in hand, but you have no cards in your hand area. 10-4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have enough lore to do what we want to do. Or we have enough ink to do what we want to do. Yeah, I was kind of looking at that. I was going to talk to you about it after the game just from what I've seen so far. But I figured we'd finish this out first. All right, before I get started too much, I'm going to flavor sham. I'm going to blow up Fishbone Quill because I have 8 ink in play. I don't think I need it anymore. That also takes me to 3 lore. Next up is we're going to spend 6 ink. If we can organize our ink well enough to just say that we're spending 6 ink to play Ariel, Treasure Collector. Ariel, Treasure Collector, she has Ward. She quests for 3. She's a 3-4. And it says, while I have more items in my play, let me try that again. While I have more items in play than my opponent, this character gains 2 additional lore. So as long as I have more items, she quests for 5. That's important because I'm also going to spend 2 and use Lucky Dime to gain Ariel's questing value and go up by 5 lore to go to 8. Um, I have not inked this turn, so I'm also going to ink an Aurora, but then I'm going to end my turn with that 1 ink available. I've got 4 cards in hand. Once I find that die, I'm going to put it on there, even though you said you can't see it very well, just because I feel like I want to do that. All right, that's turn. 9 ink, 8 exhausted, and Ariel's ready. She's got ward. Flavisham, you're gonna hit him with your. Okay, so he's got 2 left. That it moves locations, yes. Dude, right now, you probably want me to blow up my lucky dime with flavor. No, but seriously, I got 4 cards in hand. I'm sorry, you're gonna attack him again? Questing with Pan. If I don't want to dissuade you. If you want to remove Flavorsham, by all means do it. You do know he generates 2 cards every time he quests. If I blow up an item, the thing is I really do only have Lucky Dime on the field right now, so and I've floated 1 ink last turn, so it's not like I have a Popsicle or a Fortisphere in hand. Um, I would have played it most likely because why would I float an ink otherwise? Um, do what you want to do with that knowledge. I mean, him being on the board also is an ability to sing songs, quest for 1. Although you probably are more concerned with Ariel questing for 5 than him questing for 1. No questing with Peter Pan. I think that's questionable to not do either. That'll be one of those things that we talk about in a recap. Remember that turn that you were dumb? You're going to be like, which one? No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. All right, ready, set, draw. All right. No, you're playing fine. This is really what I've designed this deck to do. Yeah. And I have to say, mine is playing great. I love what it's doing right now. So let me do some math here, and I'm going to do it out loud. Ariel represents 5 lore. I'm on 8 currently. Dime represents 5 lore for 2 ink, which I'm almost always spending. So I'm going to move that under dime because that's pretty important. So I can automatically go to 18. Flavorsham puts me 1 away because he's going to quest for 1. But now it comes down to what do I do with my remaining mana? Or ink, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 3 here. I can ink 1 for the turn. Yeah, honestly, I think at this point I ink an Ana. And I spend 4 ink to play Then Along Came Zeus to take out Peter Pan. And then I spend 4 ink again to play Along Came Zeus to take out the other one. Are you familiar with Along Came Zeus? It's 4 cost. Deal 5 damage to a character or location. And it is a song, so I could sing it with Flavorsham. But I'm actually not going to. Instead, I'm going to now spend 2 to use Lucky Dime to gain Ariel's lore rate, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts me at 13. Then I'm going to use Ariel to go up to 18 with her 5. And then Flavor-Sham's going to quest for 1 to put me on 19. We're going to blow up Lucky Dime to draw 2. And that'll be turn. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. She's a good card. I think she's extremely undervalued. And I think it's so funny because like the high level decks that I see play Sapphire Steel tend to play a lot around Tamatoa, which is a base lore value of 1, and he gains 1 additional lore for every item that you have in play. Which sounds cool and all, but I don't I don't know. Like I have to have 4 items in play to have the same value as Ariel. Ugh. All right, that's turn. So that's game. We're resetting because we're doing a best of 3. Oh, good game, good game, good game. Learned a little bit about what you can do, what's there, what's not there, right? That was just your scope me out round, right? It's not even a real one. Just wanted to see what I was playing. Well, see, you shouldn't build a deck just to answer my decks. You should just build a deck that's just generally good. But seriously, from what I've seen in game 1, and I don't know how true it is because bad rollouts happen, you had some very steep mana curves. At one point, you tossed out Mufasa on a turn that you didn't even ink. And I thought that was weird because you had 4 ink in play and tossed out Mufasa, who was inkable, but didn't ink that turn, right? Like, so that was already weird. But he's also so expensive. He was like 6 or 7 ink, I think. So you were nowhere close to being 7. Nowhere close. You're 3 ink off, 3 turns off from being able to play at least the top of your curve that we had seen that far. But also on turn 1, you inked a Maui, which was an 8 cost. So we know your curve at least goes up to 8. And you stopped inking on turn 4. And you saw them both. Okay. I actually so I'm happy to see that you're playing Maui, by the way. In the sideboard for this deck, I have Maui. I have like 3 or 4 of them in my sideboard. I also have a couple of Hercules, a couple of Mufasas, a couple of high cost Simbas. And the main reason being is their big bodies. But even with the ramp that I have, I wasn't able to fully justify putting them in. All right. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Yeah. One on 3 on 2. I hope I did that right. If not, you're gonna have to suck it up because I'm not undoing it. I'm gonna get a couple more of my big die out. All right. Are you on the play or on the draw? Yeah, so you get to pick. On the draw. Ooh. What am I doing? So I am on the play. Don't think I want that. I think I'm cool with these 3. Yeah, I think I'm just cool with those 3. We're going to put back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 new cards and shuffle in the old 4. So I do have to say, you saw the blue steel, obviously, what, like 2 weeks ago? Only one. Wow, he's confident, boys. Um, you saw the blue steel like 2 weeks ago. I did do another round of single orders since then, and they've come in and stuff. So this is probably the most refined version of what I had in mind for this deck. Um, Pre Shimmering Skies. I think chat can hear you first off, and yeah, you haven't bought singles. You are playing. Um, so this is a little bit of a skewed matchup, right? Like I bought singles. I built a deck that I wanted to play, which is Sapphire, Steel, Heroes, um, and I bought the singles to support it. And Tyler bought starter decks and boosters and made a deck out of what he had. All right, so I'm on the play. God, I could really use an extra card this game. We're going to talk about the beast that I put into the deck because of talking with you earlier via theory crafting. And we are going to in turn. We don't have anything we're actually going to play. I guess you put some in your deck, huh? That is not a card that I want to see in this matchup. Obviously. Unless you had a mana curve like you did last time. Ah, he switched his cards out. He dropped one that he didn't like and picked up another one. I saw it. All right, we're on a 20 turn timer. Because, well, that one has 4 health. I might interact with it. We might. We'll see. My turn. Ready, set, draw. Oof. Jesus. Still not looking great. Ink and Anna. I think that's it. Going to you. All right, I'm giving you a 2-turn handicap. Can you beat me? Whew, what a dead draw. I'm thinking about like all the ones and twos that are in my deck right now and how I'm not seeing any of them on my starting hand with an aggressive mulligan. Sorry, hold on. What's fresh ink? I don't know that I understood that card. I'm looking it up real quick on another screen because I think that'll be easier. I think. Well, that's not what you said. Because so far it doesn't necessarily sound like hidden inkcaster. Hidden Inkcaster. When you play this item, draw a card. You did that. Okay. Unexpected. All cards in your hand count as having the ink symbol. That just means that you can ink any card. But you've already inked this turn. Yeah, that just any card is inkable, essentially. I figure out what the fuck I did with my tabs over here, trying to get back to something somewhat normalish. All right. All right. Yeah, okay, so that didn't happen. You play a location. I'm on a turn timer. Got it, got it, got it. We're good. Okay. Uh, cool. Uh, cool. Okay. Ink flavor. Uh, 3 to play Fishbone. Use Fishbone. Ink a card. Turn. I got Fishbone Quill, bro. What else do I fucking need? Stand down. Stand down. I don't need that attitude. All right? It's not my fault. My deck hasn't given me anything good right now. I have faith in the Fishbone. I have faith in the cards. We'll see what happens, okay? This is like the slowest start I think my deck is capable of doing. No lore, expend Fishbone, 3 ink expended and 1 ink with 4 cards in hand. There's that Mufasa. He costs 7, and homie over here with 3 ink acting like he gonna do the damn thing. Okay. Solid. Ready, set, draw. Ooh, not what I want to see, boys. Not what I want to see. Going into turn 4, I am not seeing what I want to see. We've got 4 ink in play. We're going to Fishbone to have a 5th ink. Don't worry, I'm about to help you with that. I'm going to spend 5 and play Beast, which says when I play him, I can destroy an item. Of course, I'm going to pick yours. So I took that out for you. Oh, well, it's in your discard pile. And I think, you know what? I got to keep ramping. I got to keep hoping that I'm going to find the answers. I'm going to ink an Ana, and that's going to be turn. Does that location give your characters static 1/1, or is it only on your turn? Like, okay, okay, cool, cool. Ending your turn? Great. Give me one of these wasted turns back. Except even your wasted turns are more beneficial than my turns because you generate lore off of your locations. Is it Maui? I wouldn't want to ink the 8/8 either. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm actually really okay with that. I don't like interacting with locations. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Cool. Ready, set, draw. I am a little upset that you blew up my location. Or my item. That makes me decently sad. Um, feel like I need to slow you down just a little bit. So Beast is going to take out Deville Manor, I believe, was 4 health. There's a little bit of a glare. Yeah, so Beast is going to go. Yeah, yeah. So Beast will take him out, and we'll spend 4 ink to play Flavorsham, and we will end our turn there. We're fine with Jasper going to the Inkwell. That is the most annoying card that you played against me last when we got 2 weeks ago when we played. Sounds good. Sounds all right to me. Well, not like I have a choice. I don't love that they trade. I feel like Beast should not be trading with a 1 cost card, but hey, yeah. And it's actually the +1 toughness that has made him really annoying to deal with. That 3 health was is just out of reach of me having done something sooner. Cool. Ready, set, draw. Yuck. Dude, I have like the worst draws this game. Um, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ink. Spend 3 to play Mickey Mouse, which brings 1 ink in exerted. And then we'll quest with Flavisham to go up to 1 lore. That's turn. That's fine. I don't have items out right now. I love it. This is when I want to see the beasts. Cool. Ready, set, draw. That's what we want to see. All right, we're getting somewhere, boys. Um, Ink 1, play Popsicle, draw a card. Don't worry, it's not going to be around for long. Flavor Sham quests, go to 2 lore, blow up Popsicle, draw 2 cards. Whew. All right, what do we have left? We've got 6 ink. We haven't dropped one this turn, and we now have 5 cards in hand. How can we make things tough for you? Um, what makes things as tough as possible for you? What? I think we spend 4 to play another Flavor Sham. And then there's just nothing else we can. Oh, I mean, I guess we can quest with Mickey Mouse. Um, go up to 3. But that is turn. I mean, overall, I guess I can't be too upset. I felt like I influenced the board a lot, and I'm now up to 4 cards in hand. So, truthfully, it feels okay. Yeah, that's fine. I know we're on a limited play area. We're kind of keeping up with it as we go. You should be on 9, 10. You were on 8 at the start of your turn. Moving Pan should have put you on 9, right? Yeah, and then you moved Pan, which should generate 1 lore. And now you're puts you at 10. Yes. 3. I'm at 3. Thank you. All right. It doesn't take him out, though. I'm hanging on with 1, and you take 1, too. Plus 1 health. Yeah. Sounds good. All right. We are ready. 7 ink. Everything's ready. Draw a card. See what we can do. All right. Big turn coming in. Once I'm done dying. Big turn coming in. Flavasham is going to sing, and then along came Zeus, and hit your beast with that lightning bolt that deals 4 damage. Thank you for putting a damage counter on him. Flavasham is also going to get his vocals warmed up, and Sing Along Came Seuss and take out your Peter Pan. Each one getting hit with 4 damage. Actually, 5 damage. I don't know why I have it in my head that Along Comes Zeus does 4. It does 5. So it actually would have taken out Beast without the damage counter. And then Mickey's gonna quest. We're at 4 lore. God, I need stuff to do, man. I'm done. I got that doesn't sound great. Huh. Looks like your hands run out like mine has. At least you got to cycle some cards that turn. Um, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I hear that. um, well, I'm up to 7 lore and ending my turn 2. I got 4 cards in hand. This is the most pitiful race I've ever seen. Okay. He has 5 health currently. 10-4. All right. First up, spend 1. No, it's still pretty heavy-handed. Um, Fair enough. All right. So Fortisphere is down. We drew a card with it. Quest with Flavorsham. Go to 8. Blow up Fortisphere. Draw 2 more. Can't ask for better draws, honestly. I mean, it had to happen. I was running out of dead cards eventually. Um, Spend 2 mana or 2 ink to put Aurora down. 2/2 for 2 that quests for 2. So she's going to help me speed up this race a little bit, right? We have to answer that Mad Hatter. So we're going to spend 3 ink to play 3 different Fire the Cannons. Each one deals 2 damage to a character. So 6 damage to Mad Hatter. I mean, you spent 5 ink to play them. I spent 3 ink and 3 dead ass cards that have been in my hand for the last 7 turns that are uninkable. I feel okay with it. It feels weird, but I feel okay with it. And then quest with the remaining 2 that are dry to go up to 10 lore. That's turn. I got 3 cards in hand. I mean, I could have thought of better cards to draw. I know I said, hey, this is not the best cards I could have drawn. One of those Fire the Cannons came off the top. I was sitting at 2 of them, and I'm like, oh man, because of that location, I need a third source of damage. Which is a really weird thing to say. Steel's removal is pretty much on point, but to say, oh man, I need one more card to remove his card doesn't feel great. I need to grab another drink real quick. I'll be right back. Thankfully, they're right here. Oh. All right, I'm back. Oh, got a leg cramp. Man, bump your Peter Pan. On me? Okay. All right. Ready. It always helps when you make sound effects when you're readying your ink. It gets you ready for a better draw. All right. Hmm. Such a weird option that I have this turn. Uh, but I think I have to play it. 6 ink for Ariel. And then quest 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 5 total, but 4 characters. What was I at? I was at 10. 5 lore. 15 is where we're at now. 3 cards in hand. And I've taken over the lead. I also only need 5 to win. So as you're thinking about what to do this turn, I obviously have more than 5 lore on the field. Ariel herself represents 5 if I can get more items than you, for example. But you can't focus into just her either because Aurora represents 2, of course. Did you gain your 1 at the start of the turn? That's That's the name of the game, right? Like I have to stall you just enough so that I can win. You have to stall me just enough that I can win or that you can win. And I think the 3 fire the cannons against your quest for 3 character pulled it out. Oh, That's a big boy. Gotta straighten my ink here. We're at 7 ink on the field. Straighten the characters. And of course, I can quest to win. I want to see if I can actually answer Robin Hood. Play one for Fortisphere to draw a card. Again, I'm just trying to answer Robin Hood more specifically. We know I won, but blow up Fortisphere as I do that to draw 2 more cards. No, it doesn't look like I can answer Robin Hood. I do have 2 grab your swords in hand. Ariel can sing one, and I can sing the other one for 5 ink. But that only does 4 damage. It does do 4 damage to both characters, so it does take care of Peter Pan. And leave Robin Hood on 1. But, of course, the bigger news there is I've got the Ariel. I've got lethal on board, but I also do have the ability to ink now. I could potentially play Tamatoa and start pulling back items. I don't know. I did squeak it out at the end, but I had a pretty much. I just drew Phil and Aurora off of the blowing up Fortisphere. And those were definitely the best 2 draws of my turn recently. I think I drew I drew Fortisphere for turn. Tamatoa was in hand. I didn't want to get rid of Tamatoa, but at the same time, I couldn't get up to 8 ink to actually play him easily enough. No, I just drew Tamatoa too. I drew Tamatoa off of Fortisphere, then I drew those 2 off of blowing up Fortisphere. I did not ink Aurora last turn because I wasn't sure if I needed to play her. But I probably should have inked her, especially with how close I got. But is that Eeyore? What's Eeyore do? Okay, cool. I had a beast in the inkwell from early on, which would have been nice with your items there, right? I had 2 Auroras, sorry, not 2 Auroras, 2 Annas in the discard pile, which with how grindy this game was, Anna is what's supposed to speed up the grind because I don't know if you've realized it, all of the characters in this deck, except for Tamatoa and Flavorsham, are heroes. So, sorry, Phil isn't either, but Phil is also supposed to speed up that grind. So, if I would have kept an Anna and actually played her, my heroes could have been generating more lore each turn. Um, I love this deck. I feel like it has a lot of different avenues that it can play in based off of kind of what I land on. But most of the time, the biggest win condition is play a Lucky Dime and use Lucky Dime on either Ariel or Tamatoa and gain huge burst of lore. Um, I was crafting it out at one point. If I have Ariel on the field, and let's say just an item, so I have more lore than you, right, or more items than you, right, and then I have, let's call it what, 2 Annas, just for like easy math. 2 Annas. That's it, right? 3 characters on the field and a Lucky Dime. I can quest with both Annas, which represents 5 lore. Ariel is now representing 7 lore. So that's 12 lore between those 3 cards right there. And then I can Lucky Dime to hit another 7 off of Ariel. One crazy turn represents 19 lore off of 4 cards. So my whole strategy, my whole play in this deck is cycle cards as much as I can and use that small lore game from Flavor Sham every time I blow up an item to cycle to get me closer to that one burst hit that I need to win. And since I'm capable of generating 19 on a single swing, all I have to do is get there. I mean, isn't that crazy to think about? Ariel can be 7 lore. And the 2 Ana questings are 5 total. And then I can duplicate the 7. Which also means I could play Ariel on that turn, right? So if I play Ariel on that turn, I can quest the 2 Anas to generate 5 lore. I can make Ariel a lore value of 7, but not even quest with her, and use Dime and swing for 12 with only having to play 1 card. I mean, it costs 8 mana to do that, 6 to put Ariel into play, and then another 2 to use Dime. But that's pretty insane. I feel like it's pretty insane. I feel like that's pretty good. Obviously, it's based around having all of that up. I don't think you would intentionally let my Anas stick around that long. But, I mean, to the same effect, if I have 8 ink in play, maybe I already have my Dime and you don't have an answer for items, which is fine. 1 turn costs 8 ink. I put 2 Anas into play. The next turn costs 8 ink to play Ariel and use Dime. And I just swung for 12. During that time, it's probably easy for me to have chipped my way up to 8. So I'm swinging for lethal in one huge turn like that. But anyway, all right. Did we want to like you over there unsleeving cards? Do you still have 60 cards? You cut 6 cards and still have 60 cards? Holy shit. It's too many cards, bro. No wonder you lost. Um, I still think. Are we gonna try to play again, or are we just chilling for a second and kind of debriefing off of that play? Okay. Let um. Yeah, I think so. Let me stop the stream and restart it so I have like a cut in it between the sets.